of you, be subject to one another, and you'll be clothed with humility. For the Lord resists the pride. The Lord resists the pride. The Lord resists the pride. The Lord resists the pride, and giveth more grace to the humble. Giveth grace to the humble. Grace to be made rich is with God. Grace to be made healed is with God. Grace to be made international, global figure is with God. And child of God, what deprives us of being rich is our pride. What deprives us of being healed is our pride. If we can deal with pride, child of God, we can be lifted. The problem is not sin. The problem is the sin of the heart, which is called pride. Pride is the sin of the heart. It makes it more difficult for any man to access. It makes it more difficult for any man to penetrate, because the proud man is a man you cannot teach. The proud woman or man is a woman you cannot teach. So the Elijah, for him to prove his integrity and his strength in God, he said, go to Jordan and dip yourself into Jordan. We have so many people today who are sick. They have the money, but they are sick. The reason why they are still suffering for their disease is pride. They cannot submit themselves into the leadership of the church to be healed, because they see themselves better than the pastor. They see themselves more educated than the pastor. They attended a pastor church when the pastor is illiterate. His English are not consistent, and they look at him, and the pastor is the custodian of God's grace to pass healing. And because they are international, they have all kinds of degree and certificate. They came to church with Range Rover. They came to church with what they call all kinds of cars, fleeted cars, and the pastor came to church with keke. And they say, how can I go low to this authority? And you see, sometimes for God to teach you how that the race is not to the street, not the battle to the strong. Sometimes God will position what will make you into things that they will not respect, so that they can teach you humility. Do you get that? So many of you are poor and you remain poor. No remedy for you until you go back to deal with your pride. Because what you need to be made, what you need to be successful, is not yet to come, is here. You refuse to respect it. Some of you, your destiny to your next level is your husband. Some of you is your wife. Some of you it is your colleague. Some of you is in your office. But you are too big to be teach. Therefore, you remain ignorancy with your arrogancy until you die. The Bible says there are 6 things God hates. The 7 is abomination unto God. What are the 7? If you go through Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16 and 17, he said, a proud looking person, a proud looking person, a proud looking person. He talk about lie, talk about hand and share innocent blood. But when he get to the one that was abomination to God, Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16, he said, a proud looking person is abomination unto God. Pride can deprive you from answer to prayer.